Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. I pray that this lesson be edifying to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians who consist of the 12 tribes of Israel, which are fellow servant Yahawah from the GMS Orlando camp. And I pray that this lesson be edifying. Okay, real quick, Elder Munatazabak did a live, okay, which Elder Apostle Tahar did a response to it, okay, and that pretty much was a young man or, whoever it may be, saying that they was against, at first they were against, the doctrine of GMS, which is ultimately the doctrine of Yahawashi, that they were against it, and then they see now that we're right, that our apostles and elders and the brothers and bishops, elder bishops, and everybody on down to the least brother, they seen that, because with time, everything gets revealed, okay? All right? The Lord said there's nothing going to be hidden, man. All right? So this is truth. This is truth making it's making its way, it's pushing everybody out it's pushing every other doctrine out the way, okay? This ministry is the Lord's ministry is pushing everybody's doctrine out the way like a bully. Okay, that's why the scripture say none shall want his mates, because only in this book you get the prophecies here and see them be fulfilled as you live. Okay, and that's the beautiful glory of the Lord, Yahawashi. He's given his word, okay, and it's not turning back void. Okay, and the Lord made sure that everything is going to be accomplished. But going back onto the young Jake, a lot of you like to believe that, just because you don't believe in that instant, that it makes the truth, it makes the doctrine of the Lord, that it makes void, that it makes it void, that it cancels out because you just because you don't believe. And that's why, as prophets, we're not supposed to be, caring what the masses say. We only care what the Lord say. We don't care what the masses of people say. All right, we only care what the Lord Yahawashi said, because if you care what the people say, you're gonna cause the doctrine to be tainted. Okay, you're gonna cause people to give their input and make you think about things, certain different things, man. Think about different things in certain ways. Oh, the Old Testament is not with the New is not with the, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we ain't got to keep the laws, when in the New Testament it says rehearse the righteous acts. So this is why we don't listen to you people, man. You eventually will catch on with the prophecy frequency. And that's the title right there. You eventually will catch on with the prophecy, with the frequency of prophecy. All right? You eventually will catch on with the frequency of prophecy. All right? Because it's not us catching up to you, it's you guys catching up to us. And if you be of the Lord's sheep, even if you kick against the pricks in the beginning, just as Apostle Paul, you got examples. Your mind is soon gonna be cleansed if you be of the elect. You could think what you think right now, okay? You think your group outside of GMS or any affiliates teaching is the Lord's doctrine, you might be of the elect. You might be right now thinking, oh, those brothers over there, they're bums. You might be thinking what them false prophets have been teaching you. Okay? And it's 50-50, your fault and the false prophet fault, man. Because you're supposed to look well to your going. Says a prudent man looking well to his going, man. A prudent man will be careful, roughly paraphrasing. All right? Okay? You're not supposed to be, a part of a doctrine that is just a feel-good doctrine. Prophesied to a smooth thing, something that is easy to be digested. No, you got to come to the Lord's doctrine, because this is where you're going to get everlasting life. Anything outside of this doctrine, you're not on that path. You're not pondering the path of the righteous. Okay? Anything outside of this. So a lot of you people, you're going to wake up. You're going to, just like this young man in Elder Munatazabak video that he did a lesson on. Just like him. You're going to soon realize that you're just now catching up to the frequency prophecy, the frequency of prophecy, but it's been going. Okay? All right? Just because you catch it on, you know, don't make it, you feel me? Don't make it feel, don't make it when I, you know, now that I see. No, it's been, you just didn't see it before. The Lord blinded your eyes and closed your ears, so that way you wouldn't be healed and converted. Okay, now if the Lord has mercy on you, which that's mercy that you can see now, okay, because I don't think it's late at all. The mercy doors are still open. So it's a beautiful thing that you can still see. Okay, it's a beautiful thing that you can see right now, that your eyes have been opened, illuminated. Okay, all right. Now, what are you gonna do with that? Okay, are you gonna fall in order? Are you gonna fall in order, Yahawashi? Are you gonna watch the videos? Are you gonna tune into the lessons? Are you gonna go out and do works? So now, you know, now the mission is upon you. Okay, now you have to take of the Lord. You have to be a fellow yokeman, fellow yokeman for the Lord. Okay, now you are prisoners of a Mashiach now, because you heard His word, you received it. Okay, you received the prophecies. So what are you gonna do now? See, a lot of Jake, they say, oh, that ain't what the truth is. But those are the same Jake that won't get out there and do shit, man. They won't get out there and prophesy and you know, highways and hedges when they found out it's actually the truth. So now it's on now the ball's on your court, Jake. What are you gonna do for the Lord now that you see that GMS and his affiliates are correct concerning these prophecies and the words of the Lord Yahawashi? You know? But yeah, man, you know, to you men out there, you know, standing strong, never, and I know you don't, you know, never listen to what these people say, man. Okay? The Lord has given you a mouth which the adversary cannot gainsay. And that's anybody against Yahawashi men. Okay? You know, a lot of you like to judge the Most High's servants. Okay? You like to look on the outward appearance and see what we're wearing, and we don't fit your stereotype. We don't fit your type. You going somewhere else. Well, good. That was like that for a reason, man. As the Lord said, as Lord Yahawashi said, what you see, John, what you thought to see when you saw John, man? You know? What you thought to see? But anyways, man, yeah, you know, hey, you know, for you guys that's catching up to the frequency, man, call on Yahawashi. It's a beautiful thing, and Lord willing, He keep you all. But you're gonna hear harsh words. You're gonna hear rebuke, okay? And you cannot be offended at that, man. You know, you cannot be offended at that. You have to understand that that's part of the ministry. You know, Jake is a stiff-necked people. You know, Jake is a stiff-necked people, so you can't talk to a motherfucker with a stiff neck. You can't talk to him soft. Okay, the Lord said, I have made your head hard against theirs. And even though they look, don't worry about their looks. Their face looks scary enough, but don't worry about their looks, man. Because they ain't about shit. And they don't control shit. Talking to you Jakes, you 2/3. You know? But always remember, man, the Lord is going to open he's going to close doors, and He's going to open doors in His last days. You know, and it's all on the timing of the Lord Yahawashi when he taps on your pineal gland. You know? But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch up on that real quick. Lord willing was edifying through the Spirit. But yeah, man, you all gonna realize that, you know, the Lord has His men out here, okay, and they're teaching 100%, okay, 100% truth according to this word, man. That don't mean that they know how to take engine and transmission and do a whole transmission and the knowledge of the world and shit. No, they have the knowledge of the scriptures, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. Okay, which is the kingdom. Seek ye the kingdom. Seek the words of the Lord first, and everything else will be added unto you, man. You know. So we'll soon know, you know, all the world wisdom. We'll soon have the wisdom of the world and in this ministry. Okay. Because the Lord is building up a government to be able to take care of the affairs of the world, to be able to take care, you know, to be able to be husbandmen to the world. Okay, as it says, the law shall go out of Israel. law shall go out of Judah, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? Yasharallah. So yeah, with that, you know, I pray this lesson was edifying. Call on Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Kakudash, and double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right?